Now what we need to do is create a widget details component. Maybe I'll parse this up. Go with widget details. And from here, we're just going to dump the widget to the page. Whatever this is, like so. Widget details. Input, selected widget. Red means stop, so it's kind of a nice cue. And so now this should, in theory, display some widget. Now what we need to do, the trick is, we need to get this into a selectable state, then broadcast it so we can show it in the item details. So what I'm going to do here is, for the sake of time, I'm just going to hop over here and let's copy some stuff real quick. We're going to go here. And we'll fill this in just a moment. Actually, I'll go ahead and pre-select this. So we'll just, because we know we're going to use it, so we'll go widget, details component, details. Put this in the directives. We'll make that mistake again. And from here, widget details selected widget. Scott used active. I'm going to just refactor this to selective because I can. Okay. And then in our widgets list, let's go to our items list component. We're just going to copy this, paste this in. And we'll go widget of widgets. Put that back in just a moment. Oh yeah. So now we've got this list of widgets. I'm not for sure why my price is not showing up, but it's irrelevant. And so now let's create the ability to select this and broadcast it. So we're going to go here, output, selected,
It's equals new event emitter.
Yeah, I was going to type it, but whatever. I probably should just import this. Okay. Then from here, click equals selected dot emit widget. Ugh. Does this look right? Good? Yes? I believe so. Then we'll go into the parent component here and we'll wire this up. So now we're going to, when this fires, we're going to call this select widget, take a widget parameter, and we're going to go this selected widget equals widget. Oh snap. So you can see here, not super pretty. We could actually just clean this up for the sake of our UI department. Selected widget.name. Selected widget. Oh, it's not price, silly. I'll show you column select. Oh no, what just happened? Okay. And there we go. So, just to review real quick, we created a widgets collection on our widget service. Not interesting, but more so what I want to call out is that in our widgets component here, we pulled in the widget service, we pulled widgets directly from it, and then we passed it into our widgets list via an input. We did the same thing with selected widget. Whatever selected widget is on the parent component, that's what's being rendered in the widget details component. Then when we select a widget in the list, we are emitting that and then setting it to here, which is then being picked up by change detection and then rendering here. And so these components know nothing of each other. In fact, they're not even really doing anything other than when I select this, just admit who I am. And then the parent component is taking that and immediately binding it to the widget details component. Yes, question in the back.
Back there when you're on the selected widget and you're passing an event, they're wondering what is happening when you're passing an event but the function type is a widget. How does that happen? So yeah, it's expecting a widget, but you're passing event.
So if I were to wager, I believe event type is of any. So it's whatever I admit, then I just presume that's what's going to be coming down the pipeline. And so I don't think that event is typed to anything specific. So for instance, in this case, because I'm manually triggering the event here, and I'm sending out the widget, that's what's coming up. But for instance, if I wanted to actually, let's say I was doing like a drag, or especially a drag, let's say something with a mouse, then I could do like mouse enter or mouse over or something like that, and I could just pass the native DOM event, and I would actually get event information on that, like where was the mouse, where is the mouse, kind of page dimensions and stuff like that. So this $event can really be anything. It can be a native DOM event with information, or it can be something that you're specifically passing to it. In this case, we're passing a selected item up. Any questions? Pew, pew, pew. So, before I go any further, input, output. Does this make sense? The idea of how this just wires up? Good? Yes? I think that if you've ever tried to do an Angular 1 directive, this is far superior to that. Like isolated scope, I've written Angular for probably over 3 years now, and there are times where I'm like, what is going on here? And with the various forms of isolated scope, and trying to kind of encapsulate that with now it's simply it's inputs, outputs, it works really well, and this sets the stage for really building large composable applications.